Hey gang, AV here, and welcome to my Amazing Spider-Man Collection Part 3. Before we get started with the books you haven't seen, I just wanted to take a second look at Amazing Spider-Man 268, which we showed off in the last video. One of the things I forgot to mention about this book is it's one of the earliest dual covers that I can think of, because when you put it right next to the Web of Spider-Man number 6, let's see if I can get that on camera there. They match up. And I thought that was really cool and worth mentioning. So, there you have that. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 298, which was the very first McFarlane work on the title. Amazing Spider-Man number 299. And Amazing Spider-Man number 300. Now this is my reader copy. I picked this up for $15. It has some UV damage on the cover. It's just beat up. I mean, the corners, the edges are all bad. It's a lot of spine stress. Still cost me 15 bucks, and I got it just to read so that I can get that one graded with a clean conscience. Now, I want to point this out while I have both of them side by side here. I said this one has UV damage, while the other one doesn't. But if you look, the pigment on the 300s are the same. The reason why is because the printer, actually, while these were being printed, kept running out of red ink. So it's very common for you to have a lighter shade of red on the background 300s. It doesn't necessarily mean it's been faded or anything, it just means the printer was running out of ink. There are a lot of different shades of that, and the way you can tell if yours has UV damage or not is if you look at the other colors. Like, you see this one is all like muddy, whereas that one's nice, crisp, and clean. This is all dirty, you know. I just thought I should probably share that with you. Oh, of course. Sorry. This is, of course, the first appearance of Venom, which everybody wants that issue because of that. But it's also the 25th anniversary of The Amazing Spider-Man. It's the 300th issue, which is a landmark for the title. It features work by Todd McFarlane. And it's just a good, solid key issue. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it. There's no way you can go wrong with that book. It just has everything going for it. Here we have a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man number 301. I believe this was one of the Marvel Legends reprints again. And there's the original 301, which is a little bit worse for wear, but that's alright. Here's 302. 303. 304. 305. I always like the Prowler as a backup character. He doesn't get used often enough, and half the time when he does get used, he's not used correctly, I don't think. I think he's got a lot of potential, but we haven't really seen it yet. Probably never will, unfortunately. 306. This was a cover swipe of Action Comics number 1. 307 with a very, very creepy chameleon. 308. 309. 310. 311. 311 with an awesome Mysterio cover. 312 with the two goblins. 313 with a very gnarly lizard. 314. 315 with Hydro Man. And we're gonna pause it to replenish the stack. Here's 316 with a classic Venom cover. And it's classic for obvious reasons. I mean, that's just awesome. That's definitely one I'm going to look to get graded eventually. Might not be this copy. I might have to buy a pre-graded one because this one's a little worse for wear, but hey, that's awesome. I would love to have that hanging on my wall. Same goes for 317. Another awesome Venom cover. 318 with the Scorpion. 319. 320, just the start of the assassination plot. Cool covers from this too. This series had a couple good covers. 321. 322. That's one of them. Spidey takes on Ultimatum. 323. That's another awesome cover. You guys know I love my Captain America, so Cap and Spidey, done by Todd McFarlane, that you can't go wrong with that. That's awesome. 324. Sabretooth. 325, probably the best cover from this run. The Red Skull in the background, that's just awesome. DC burning in at the bottom of the page there. That's just a fantastic cover. $326. $327. Now I should mention that in Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man gained cosmic powers. So that's why he can fly. Didn't happen in this title, but it carried over. And it's during the Acts of Vengeance line. Or a crossover, I should say. Spidey takes on Magneto. Another classic cover. Probably one of my favorite McFarlane covers. Amazing Spider-Man 228. He knocks the crap out of the Hulk. He literally, spoiler alert, he literally punches the Hulk into orbit. I mean, that was awesome. And 329. This is the one where it's explained that his cosmic powers are actually a result of him gaining the powers of Captain Universe, which he then uses to take on the Tri-Sentinel. And now we got some very distinctive Eric Larson cover. I liked Eric Larson. I mean, if anybody could have followed Todd McFarlane on Amazing Spider-Man, it was Eric Larson. I know he didn't meet with as much praise on that title, but honestly, he was pretty solid on it. I have to admit. $331. In fact, Eric Larson has one of my favorite Venom covers as well, which we should get to in a few issues here. That's 332. This isn't it though. This is still cool, but it's not the one I'm talking about. 333. 334. The Return of the Sinister Six. That was another great story. 335. 336. 337. Cool cover. 338. And we're going to pause it. Replenish the stack once again. So we have 339. 340. The Femme Fatale, who I never really cared for. Now this is a classic cover swipe of that Spectacular Spider-Man book where I was talking about where he gained the cosmic powers, and this one he loses them. And there's the Tarantula, the new Tarantula. This is 341 if I didn't say so already. 342. Still no powers. Black Cat tries to help him out. 343. He got his powers back. 344. 345. Boomerang. 346. Now this is not the cover I was talking about before with Eric Larson and Venom, but this is a close second. 346. This is just awesome. 347. That's the cover I love. That is just outstanding. $348. $349. $350. $351. $352. $355. Hold on. Yeah, I'm missing a couple. Wow, wasn't expecting that. $361. First Carnage. $362. $363. $364. Pause it. Replenish the stack once again. Here we have 365, 30th anniversary. I'm going to try to get the hologram on camera there, because this is one of the better ones. The hologram is of course a homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. Very cool. 366. This begins the origin of his parents. 367. 368. 369. 370. 371. 373. 375. This, in my mind, was the official announcement of, the official herald of all the gimmick covers from the 90s. So I'm not a particular fan of this book, because even though it's cool looking, it marked the beginning of the end, in my opinion. So it's 375, 376, 377, 380, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, another gimmick cover, 389, 393, 394, 395, 396. I'm not even going to pause it. Just going to grab the next couple because I'm running out of time. So we got 397, 398, 399, and 400, which is a tombstone, which you can barely, which you can't even see, has a Spider-Man engraved on it. But anyway, that was the end of part 3. Stay tuned for part 4. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.